But you did mention that you were very fortunate, of what you did. But I think there's another side to that story. I think that there's probably a little bit more to that based on what I know about you. So talk us about, you maybe were in the right places in the right time, and I guess that's what you called being fortunate. But I also think that you put some effort and some work into being in the right places at the right time.
Yeah, Marlo, that's actually so true. And I forget about this sometimes, but the reality is at the time I was a teacher, even at university, really. I spent so much time studying and researching people. And then once I made some money being a teacher, and teachers have holidays. So I
Mhm.
basically spent most of those holidays traveling to places and learning from people
Mhm.
because I mean, for one, I had the free time as a teacher, so that was a great thing. But also, traveling to people and meeting people in person is is so different to just learning from people online or reading up. Not that that's not good, but you actually build a connection with these people. They may remember you. You may meet other people that you didn't even expect to meet. Right. So
Mhm.
so that's definitely a huge point. And so I made sure that actually for a long time I didn't even go on holidays. Like no joke.
No.
No holidays. My holidays were spent usually traveling to the States. I also went to a lot of seminars in Germany.
Mhm.
Um, and, I went to summits in London and in Stuttgart and Munich, actually. But a lot of the time, I just traveled to the States and spent time there learning from people.
Mhm.
So, to give you an example, I remember being at uni and I was just Mark Bell was one of the first guys that was on YouTube all the
Mhm.
time, like just
Mhm.
posting stuff. So I flew over to the States and drove to his gym and lifted with him, learned how to bench from Mark Bell. I
Wow.
deadlifted with his crew. Yeah, stuff like that. I like to pretend like, oh, I just met people. Or
You're
I just
modest. That's what
like
it
that.
is.
But like, no, that yeah, the reality is that I actually spent money and flew to these people to
Mhm.
learn from them. And they were, I mean, Mark's been incredibly gracious, really, with his time. But yeah, and then other people that I've learned from. Jans Foodet it works for Strength Sensei, formerly Charles Poliquin's group, but he has a passion for learning as well. So he puts on great seminars at his gym, Five Rings Barbell.
Mhm.
And so I made a couple of trips to fly out to Georgia and learn from whoever he had flown in for that weekend. Even sometimes I would even fly over for like 5 or 6 days. It was
Mhm.
honestly insane. But yeah, it's just I like to say I'm lucky, but really I put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, you're definitely have the initiative to fly over all over the world and attend these courses, seminars, these conferences, even these impromptu sessions, where it would help you to sort of strengthen your understanding of the subject matter. And again, you call it fortunate, but I think it puts you in a good position because, like, you, in a lot of ways in life, you create your own luck, right? You create your own luck and your opportunities by just putting yourself out there, getting out of your comfort zone. Imagine you were too, I guess, comfortable to just stay home and enjoy your holidays at home and maybe stay on YouTube as opposed to going to meet Mark, right? So I
Yeah,
think as much as you might want to consider that fortunate. Of course, there's probably an element to that, but you put in the effort, you put in the time, you had the initiative to get on a plane and travel halfway across the world
yeah,
to learn from people, and it helped you to build more connections and meet more people, and again, strengthen your understanding about this.
totally. And honestly, the people that I've met, of course, there's some incredible names amongst them, right? So um, that's it. Like I don't even want to name names, but I've met incredible people. But
Mhm.
behind the scenes, there's so many people that don't have a big name, right? Also that you meet at these seminars that just become lifelong friends
Mhm.
or um, Yeah, I even had a girl, she even flew out to Germany with her family and I showed her around my hometown. You know, it's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
you just create connections and relationships with people. And the thing you have in common is strength training or that love for it. And that,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
just a beautiful connection, really. Yeah.
And with all this travel and meeting people, I'm sure there's a few people sort of stand out for you, maybe influential or motivational or something like that. What are maybe your top that
Mm,
jump to mind, not to think about it too much.
yeah. So maybe, the course, the FST courses that I did with Anne and Chris Frederick, the
Mhm.
people that I met there, um, again, that was just a coincidence that those people were there. So that's Ryan Fanley. Um, he used to be a pole and educator, and he is just not only hilarious, but just a wealth of knowledge. Like I trust him completely with anything, any question I have.